Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plaster, my buddy Tim also helping us on this. We are in San Ramon around 3 p.m. I'd say it's about, 100. What do you think, man?
105.
What do you think,
like
Jay?
That's at least 100. It's hot.
It's hot up here, so what we were going to do, we changed plans. Tim's just going to scoop me this mud, and all I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how do we put it on here. Tim will scoop it to me. Again, we had a different type of system we were going to do. Tim was going to do one, I was going to do one. Jay was going to help us out and do one too, but because it's so hot and because this is going to set so fast because of the heat, we're all going to work together here. And by the way, guys, these folks emailed me this window about 2 weeks ago. They said, Kirk, what do you think? What'd you charge me to put it back together? I said, first of all, it's not done right, fellas. You gotta wire it or paper it correctly. It's gonna leak. So throughout time, they went ahead and redid it. They've replastered or repapered it and did a whole bunch of stuff. And I told the fellow, well, send me another picture so I can see exactly what you guys have done. So when I get there, I'll know if I need anything. That never happened, so we just got here a little while ago, and well, it was okay. They did decent. We ended up having to put the wire in for them, extend it a little bit further, and caulk a few things here and there. Now notice, folks, if you're ever doing windows, guys, cover your windows. In case you're looking, you're saying, well, how come you're not covered in Kirk? Because Kirk's a professional. Actually, I'm not worried about getting any on these frames right here because even if I do, it just wipes right off. All right, now we've got a bucket of hot mud, and when I say this mud is hot, that means it's the first bucket mixed, and as fast as I put this stuff on, guys, in this kind of heat, it's setting. Up right in your way. And by the way, guys, of course, we have a 50-year roof here, and the last thing we want to do is damage that roof, so we've got it covered. All right, there we go. Now I start back at the bottom. And as soon as I get this bucket put on, I'm going to start floating this with a hard rubber float and a green sponge float. I'll show you what the heck that is. And these folks were calling me saying, well, gee, I got to match the texture. The texture's easy, guys, if you know how to do it. We are not going to use this mud right here. We're going to use a different kind of mud. What I'm doing is taking care that I don't splatter this, because if I hit it too hard, I'll splatter it. All right, I'll pick that up. The man, Tim. Tim's used to this kind of weather. He lives in Vacaville where it gets 110 daily. So I'll tell you guys, I'd rather work in 100-degree weather than in the rain or the cold any day. So we are all right. By the way, like I said, you folks have any projects, email it to me. You can go on my website, or you can just email it to kirkgiordano@gmail.com, or even simpler than that is kirkforstucco@gmail.com. Jason's always also licensed, and his is Jason for Stucco. Let me have that fresh stuff now, Tim. Jason for Stucco@gmail.com. All right, all we're going to do, guys, is we're doing a couple windows here. We're just going to show you this one, and now that I've got this outlined, we're going to do underneath here. Now this is a stud house, guys. This is one of the hottest houses to lath because it's studs. And in here, it's hollow. They had to do a real nice paper job. It must have taken them hours to get it all in there properly. All right, a couple more hawks, and we're gonna have this licked. I can pull it up into here, or I can take it this way, put it here, and go just like that. Either way, we'll get the job done. There we go. I like to take it like that, pull it here, and then trim out my window, like so. Here, blam. Beautiful. We are getting there, guys. Nothing like working in 100-degree weather putting the stucco on. You look like you're sweating there, Tim.
Actually, I sprayed water on myself before I came up here. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, there you go. All right. Piece of cake, guys, if you know how to do it. And again, with this kind of heat, you can do this. You can do it one solid coat. But again, guys, we make it look a little bit easier than it actually is. If you want to see how difficult it really is, I'd let Tim show you. No, I'm kidding. All right. Tim says, well, let me show it to him and you scoop it. I thought, man, I hate scooping. I'd rather do this any day than scoop mud. Scooping mud rakes up there with tearing stucco off houses. I don't like doing either one. All right, guys. We're going to let this set for 15 minutes, and we're going to get busy on another window. After I let this set, I'll show you how we hard rubber floated and match this texture. Okay, guys. Now, what I'm doing is I'm hard rubber floating all the edges to compress it. I've already done it. Then what I'm going to do is, Tim's ahead of me. And you folks, you might think earlier when I said I'm not covering these windows, you might say, oh, Kirk's a lousy professional. He's not covering the windows. But Tim and I have a gentleman's bet. And Jay said I better bring it up, otherwise people will say, Dad, if you're not covering windows, they're not going to want to hire you. Our bet was, if I got any on this window frame, which will pop right off, then I've got to buy the pint this evening. It's Friday, and yes, we are going to go have a pint or a quart or even a pitcher of beer. Now, since I didn't get any on this one, I told Tim, okay, on that window over there, if I get any on it, I'll still honor that bet. But I didn't get any on that one either, so I said, lastly, I'll do the texture. And he said, I'll mix it. I said, oh no, you'll mix me up a bunch of soup just so you could win that bet. So what I've got here, guys, is this is what we call color coat mud. Why am I using color coat mud? Because I cannot match this texture, nor can anybody else, with the regular scratch and brown material. So they match this with the color coat. I'm going to match it with the color coat. And Tim, you can watch me. If I get any on the frames, I might wipe it off so I don't have to buy you that. Okay, guys, here we are. Now, I'm gonna start over here. Now I'm looking at their texture. Piece of cake. Oops, wasn't such a piece of cake. Take it here. There. There. Right where I went over that and boo-booed it, I just go right back over it. And notice, guys, their texture's flat. It's like a pancake. So my texture here, this is it's a BMI product and it's called marble finish, which means it has hardly any aggregate in it. So okay, now I'm going to continue with what I'm doing. Now here's where I don't want to drop any on that window because old Tim might be over here watching. All right. Last thing I'm gonna do is take this side. We as plasterers usually take it from the frame and go away from it. But if I see some fella who didn't, like this guy here, he went straight up, I'll take it straight up, just to match what he did. Then I'm gonna flatten this out here. Flatten it out here, and do the bottom. Anyway, guys, you see where this is going. Piece of cake if you know how to do it. Anyhow, my name is Kirk. Jason on the camera. He's also mixing everything. Tim giving us a hand on this particular one because of this hot weather. As usual, folks, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.